is the enemy, the past, it threatens the fastest weapon. You wouldn't make it past a second, and that's the question. Play it brash and reckless, or choose a cautious solution you thought was prudent. In any sepulcher, pulchritude will become the putrid. It's that wealth that I'm pursuing. No mountain too steep or dungeon too deep to send expendable marks up to the top of the peak or beneath. They see you bleed, they come like sharks to it, while I swim in that money bin like Carl Barks drew it. So send your national parks druid, I'll send him home in a natural box with a closed top and most of the parts included. Save your breath for a cleric confessor. Death is a lesson and life is a tenured professor. But if you're seeking my official advice, sign on the dotted line, initial it twice.
Hulkins of Penny Arcade and PAX. I am also a Minifus Hereward Drawn.
Did you play the
CEO of Acquisitions Incorporated.
Got him.
But today, I'm Jerry Hulkins. I guess I was Jerry Hulkins before either. It's fine. What I'm trying to say is that this is Ryan. And then, to my right.
Jerky Hold'em or something, right? What did you say your name is?
Jerky Hold'ems.
Jerky Hold'em.
I'm just trying to see how I can
Jerky
weaponize
Hold'em.
kombucha. To my right, Dragonborn Narcissist and Arblitz, and hey.
No.
Great to see.
No. You know what? 'Tis the season, but no.
No, to the right of my right, repping the natural world, Walnut Dog Grass Cook Raw!
Wow. Jay gets more into it than I do. I don't know how I feel about that.
It's just like there's a shaft of light.
Don't touch me.
It's like that vertical
Did
column.
this, and I wanted to just go.
I see.
Just shake that hand.
Your mug has honey nut on it. Did you know this?
Oh, yeah.
Now, to continue. To my left, not your grandma's grandma, except in those rare cases where she is your grandma's grandma, Rosie B. Stinger.
Oh my God, aggressive.
Oh,
It's been a while.
It's Christmas.
Weeks of aggression
You gotta
again.
give
As a family.
You have to make it up.
Yeah,
You're
right,
making up
that's
for
right.
lost time.
Christmas Day.
To the left of my left, emerging as though from a mist shroud, Cthulhu Drauba.
Oh, rug burn.
No, incredible intensity. I appreciate it. So,
Well, I'm done.
yeah, I was just gonna say,
I'm exhausted.
just get in the car. I mean, yeah, you're tuckered out from that horse shit. Oh man. Well, what are we gonna cover? There's so many things. Should we talk about our move up?
Well,
Oh boy.
What?
Oh my God.
we could also talk about like what happened. I know I would like a
Well,
re-up
Aren't you
on what
supposed to be
happened.
leading this?
Where's our moderator?
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah,
can't.
who's moderating this?
What is this? This is our mess.
I was at my desk until 5 minutes ago, and it was
be-
like, go, put a mic on.
I would be happy to create a more directed environment. Certainly, I have this device.
Sure.
It certainly implies that I'm in charge,
Roll some dice.
but nobody has any of their character sheets and that kind of stuff. No.
I got mine right here. Thanks
Well,
to
oh,
to
thanks to
D&D.
D&D.
Yes.
Okay, all
The
right.
greatest app conceived by man.
right here. I'm getting all the
Best
data.
invention ever.
Wow.
Check out hit points. Chip, chip, chip.
Whoa.
They got it in VR now.
It's right on there.
Wow.
Yep.
That's what the Beyond
Greatest
is.
invention by
Yep,
man.
Yep.
So
That,
I have
then refrigeration.
I can sleep at night.
I have precisely zero control, as you see. What is it you want me to say about this banner by Nurse?
Nurse normal. You said it all.
Oh.
This is going to be a Child's Play.
Ooh, and
Tomorrow night,
We're gonna sign
Child's
it.
Play
You
charity
gotta-
auction and dinner.
Yeah. Be there or be square.
Is it sold out?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, go buy tickets.
Sold out enough that you gotta go
Yeah, you
check
could
it out.
sit with us.
Yeah.
Could
Yeah.
Nah,
Could
I
you?
can't. Our table.
Double up. Sit on my lap.
you know
No,
who's
it's
not
not.
coming? The Falcon.
Sorry, everybody.
No.
Sorry, kids.
I know.
Let's talk about D&D.
Okay, that's fine.
Hi, I'm here to moderate this. What's up? Everybody move over.
Anyway, this poster is Nurse Normal's art, and it is all autographed by everyone at this point. Who's on it?
Who has an autograph?
Got that perk?
Yep.
You
we
got,
Chris
got
Perkins.
Got that J Craw.
Who's this? Is that Morgan? No, that's Pat. Yeah,
That's
we're
Pat.
missing Morgan.
Yep.
So you'd
I don't
have to
know.
take it to Morgan
It's
Webb
just
and get it,
squiggly. It could have been anything.
get it squigged.
It
That's
says Pat.
yeah.
Does
that's
it?
Sort
It
of,
clearly says it.
Yeah.
Pat the writer. Work on your signature. Write a better signature.
There's some certain things she murders. Like her omen. Her omen is an act of reverence.
oh, for sure.
I mean, look at this omen here.
What's he doing?
Just look at
Look.
Jerry's character.
Just look at that omen.
Pay close attention to the things that I'm doing. But her Dinar has always been very
I know.
cute.
Her Dinar's very cute.
Like-
very
like hot.
He's like sexy, like the Beast in Beauty and the Beast.
no, exactly. Like
Yeah.
he's sexy in a way that you
Yeah.
just know, like you react to viscerally.
And it took us exactly, 4 minutes to talk about furries? Hi.
Welcome to
Let's talk about this. The actual Dinar design is the direction they go to for the movie, where it's like, no, what have you done? That's the version everybody loves that Nurse draws.
Yep.
And then for the movie,
They
do
go
the
live,
bullshit.
live action movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He's gonna have
some
big ass
hair.
calves.
Yuck.
Yeah. Moles.
Dan Stevens' face.
Smanic.
What are you talking about? It's disgusting. Get rid of it, guys.
Anyway, I don't remember much of what happened in season 2. Can you refresh? The season 1 and 2 have blurred together so much. I forget where the line is.
Yeah,
We started in the Underdark.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think that's fair. I think that the way that it works is that we just get into it and start doing the story.
Okay.
I don't think of it as having like, even though it has hard demarcations and like literal breaks,
Yeah.
it's all one thing in my head. If I think back to season 2, it really just goes back to the first season because it's mostly callbacks anyway.
Right.
I've forgotten more about my own life, you know? Like,
No.
I don't remember 2 years ago
I
from my
don't-
life.
Yeah.
I remember everything from this campaign.
So this
So
is good.
we
Here,
started off. in
I'll
the
tell you.
Underdark.
I can hook you up.
Okay, please.
So the first season was about tracking and then ultimately penetrating the Wandering Crypt.
Ryan, grow up.
Right? Okay, it's gross.
Crypt.
But what I'm saying is that was basically the concept for the whole thing, beginning to end. It was about Auspicia and sort of like the drawn family secret, right? We came back in, we explored House Rahoothly and sort of Cathrissa's background, Carver Gall. So what is a druid like in this alien hellhole? Weird. Turns out real weird. You met Sive, of course.
Oh, yes.
He taught you how to do some stick stuff. Ultimately, you met someone named Moral, who operates a licensed establishment.
Definitely not Cathrissa's sister.
Exactly. I think that's fair to say. And then when we came into the second chapter, that's when we did Promise.
Yes.
The arc that wouldn't end.
That's right. It goes on and on, my friend.
Right. Dinar was a house,
It was a house.
briefly.
Right.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
Be in a house.
Yeah. Like not all the time, but like
All right.
Yeah.
for a little
Yeah.
while.
Occasionally.
Yeah. So there's some house stuff. There was, it turns out, a Tiamat cult that
yes.
that was spreading out from the fallen city of Scala.
Right. Under
there's-
the treehouse.
Indeed. So this cult had blisters of itself everywhere, but ultimately Brahma knew, in the small part of her that remained, if she was to guide the cult to Red Larch, she felt that Walnut would solve the problem. That was good times. The last arc was about weddings, more or less, about trying to create a ritual whose purpose was to bind two people on the physical plane, but with the rest of the trappings of the ancient Vistani ritual designed to expose the girders of reality itself and move Maleth out of the Sanguilis prison. That's what season 2 was about.
I would like to nominate those Vistani rings for MVP.
Oh, for
Season
sure.
wide.
Well, they're gonna have to share it. You know what I mean?
I mean, those two pieces are one.
Yeah.
That's true. But at any rate, they make 2 1,
Yes.
right? No,
And then that becomes 3, yeah.
is that?
You gotta save
math
some
checks
room
out.
for the
That's
Holy
Where
Spirit.
babies come from.
No, but it was also, I mean, the rings were a big part of DCA. And so
Yes.
then being able to steal those rings from them while I was over on their show as Omen, and then bring them back and have them end up in this campaign, and then have them pop up in Waffles Inc. Like, there's no question. The rings there's not another.
Does that mean that DCA itself, like the group, could the Waffle Crew be MVP because they're so close to death at all times? They're not alive. It's almost like they're not alive.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, they have been in so much danger for so long.
We could just nominate their corpses.
It's
They've
like
all been
academic.
dead once, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes a couple of times.
Yeah.
I nominate the desiccated husks
Of
of
the-
DCA.
DCA.
Their life's juices sucked out of them by Christopher Perkins.
Bone dry.
No, it's true.
dry.
It's true. What is it? What's the saying? It's like every episode of DCA is the Halloween episode, and every episode of the C Team is a Valentine's Day episode.
Yeah, I hope so.
That is what they say.
Comfortable with that.
It's got a ring
They
to
like
it.
to say.
Is that the terminology? Oh, hey, Azure Ferocious wants to know what you got for your birthday, Kate.
Oh,
This.
yep, this is it, actually. This is the thing that I've been most looking forward to on my birthday. I had lunch with my brother. And I got a little miniature, so the Helm of Theoden that I have tattooed on my chest, I got a little miniature die-cast one.
That's awesome.
Schmoo.
And Joe Manganiello sang me happy birthday.
What, on the phone?
No, in the office.
He was just there?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Just hanging around?
yeah. Can't
Working
get rid
out?
of the guy.
Yeah.
Definitely lifting.
Yeah.
Even if you can't see him,
Picking up desks.
you know it. You know he's lifting.
Well, and people.
Yeah,
Errant
Metrics,
people.
like count for a lot.
Nathan
Like,
Stewart
get
called
a
me
lot of
into.
work done.
He called me to the common area of the D&D office.
The common room of the Gryffindor house?
Yes.
Oh,
And then he pretended like he had a different thing to talk about, and then Joe Manganiello started to sing, and then
Is
I
he good at singing?
died. I don't think anyone's good at singing.
No one's good at singing happy birthday.
That's
Yeah,
what I. That's
it's a garbage song.
That's what I. Yeah, it's got a lot of tough notes, but no, he was excellent, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta work
Like
out
the
those
voice and face
neck
of
muscles.
an angel.
Yeah.
That's
true.
very-
Traps?
very
Yeah.
sweet, yeah. It's got a strong voice.
Yeah. Hey, if anyone's gonna sing like an angel, it's Joe Manganiello.
Mangelic.
Man, get out.
He's Mangelic.
He's angelic.
That's all I've gotten so far, but the show's only just begun.
Yeah.
We're on that thing too.
And my sister
Whoa.
Amy drew
Yeah.
a really cute picture of me.
Oh, no, that's fine.
No, hold on a second. No, I saw that on Twitter, right?
Yeah. She's.
Is it cool? Do you have it? Like,
Amy, you
Yeah,
draw?
dude. That's amazing.
You can. There's no way to show it. It's on Twitter. You could see it.
There's
on
no.
Twitter right
There's
now.
no way. Oh, I'm gonna show
All
it
right,
to
that's
Jerry.
What
yeah,
these
just show it to
dice
me.
cams?
You don't have to go look for it. I'll just tell you if it's good or not.
Let me peek.
It's okay.
It's pretty good, right?
Is it a picture
But
of
if you look
Rosie
at
or
the
is it a
hand, that
picture
means
of
I get to
you?
punch you. That was a picture of me.
Oh, is that what it
You
is?
look at the hand. I get the.
I
pretty
didn't
neat.
recognize that.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't,
pretty good.
Isn't that cute?
Come on.
I know,
There's
right?
a picture of you.
All
You
right.
guys, it's cute.
Okay.
It's really
All right.
good.
I
love
like
it.
the feeling.
Lithograph.
I'll put it right here.
What other
You guys
questions
can
did we get?
Oh, that's right. That's right. We have
Look at
a,
dice can.
They fixed it, right?
we have an
Is
advanced.
it facing us now?
Did they see the
Yeah.
logo?
Take a look at our advanced technology.
Now everybody getting a glare? Or is it
Yeah.
that superior technology, that oleophobic coating on that?
I'm
was that a
exiting my
Samsung
body.
or was that-
No glare on D&D Beyond.
You've got all these cacrows and wheezings coming out.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love it.
It's supposed to
girl.
be.
How
It's,
can
yeah.
I understand being embarrassed by art and all that and being very, but
My
like you
husk.
put it online
Mine husk.
already. These
Well-
people probably already saw
Yeah, but
it.
then I don't have to listen to anybody talk about it. I can put it online, close my browser, and then just go run over the
Okay, I'm back. I'm back on
fair.
board.
That's fair. Anyway, I love it.
You're
so
still
much.
feeling
That's very nice.
exposed by
Right.
social media?
I feel exposed by social
Oh,
media.
and my dad sent me a care package
There we go.
filled with Weird Al stuff.
What?
Oh
Weird,
yeah.
like owl pellets?
No.
Filled with printed out
Weird
comments
Owl
about Amy's
Yankovic.
drawing. Just individually, each one sheet per comment.
Owl pellets? Nests.
Yeah,
The
Jerry.
bones? Oh my god.
Yeah,
my
just
God.
the weirdest owl shit he could find
crazy.
on Amazon.
That's fucked up, dude. That's
Yeah.
weird. I would tell him not to do
Surprisingly
that.
Small skeleton for a bird.
Next question.
Yeah, what else we got?
Lucas, 106 millimeter.
All right.
And I'll
Raggy
do.
boots.
I'll do I'll do the conversion later. I heard Kate didn't know anyone before the game. How did you join the table? I don't remember.
That's not true.
That's not true at
That's
all.
not true. I knew almost all these.
Why
fools.
would you spread that rumor? Like you, oh, I'm
I didn't
so...
know. I didn't know anyone, but I was just so appealing. They had to.
Yeah,
no, I've never
it's
said that. I've never
So
said that.
good at it.
Then how is this rumor getting
There's a
around?
profound
Yeah.
misunderstanding.
I would, yes.
Oh.
Generated by you. With a lie.
I knew Amy
Through Twitter.
through Twitter. That's right.
Just Twitter?
I knew Chris because I told him his website was broken. On Facebook once,
And
many
that's the
years
way it
ago.
gets
So
into
social
my
media.
heart.
Yeah.
It's like,
Jerry,
It's
I
true.
don't know how I know you. I don't know if I know you at all. You're a sphinx.
in as
I'm
much
impossible to know.
one
Inscrutable.
can know.
I think we just kept crossing paths at PAX. I was crashing his booth and you came by.
That's
once.
definitely true.
Yeah.
And but I didn't know of you as Kate. I thought of you as She Geek Show.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Like in my mind, you were
back in the
filed.
day.
In my mind, like you were filed. Like that was your name.
Yeah.
Like I have people in my phone. Like their name is set up in such a way that it just tells me information about them.
Right.
Like it might be their first name and then like the name of one of their children, or it might be their first name and then like where they live on the block.
Just to
Oh,
get you
sure,
a little
yeah,
bit
yeah.
of data.
That's a pretty good way to set it up,
Well,
actually.
it kind of works, but sometimes I don't type it in correctly, and but I remember what it was, and so for me it's just like shorthand.
Yeah.
So I had our neighbor Susan Nielsen. I was like, I'm probably not going to be talking to her a lot. Now we're like super good friends, so it's funny. But I was like, yeah, I'm not going to put a lot of time into this. And so I literally just put in my phone across the street,
Right.
and then that was her name. But it somehow got converted into first name Acrods, second name Cyrete. So whenever I talk to my friend Susan, in my mind, she gets filed like first as Acrod Cyrete.
Nice.
I don't know. It's
This is like a quarterback.
yeah. Use that for your NaNoWriMo.
This is how people get
December.
names like
The DACNoWriMo.
like Smith and Cooper is because it's like I'm Amy, I'm the blacksmith. Okay, you're Amy Smith now. This exact thing.
Yes.
You're just
yeah.
naming
The
people.
forge, exactly.
Acrod Cyrete. It's her new family name.
It works. So
Ellis Island shit.
so you didn't know any of us basically.
Nope, not one of you.
You're
I didn't know Ryan,
I didn't know you.
and I'm just pleased as punch to know you know.
Yeah.
Now I know Kate the best.
We
Out of
got,
anybody.
we got there.
Yep.
Yeah. There is someone I would love to know more, know better. Adrian Fun.
Oh yeah,
Sounds fun.
Oh, Adrian?
Fun.
A lot of fun.
He's
Yeah.
a cool guy, yeah.
A lot of fun.
No worries.
What are some backstory questions, mysteries about your companion's characters that you hope will be answered in season 3?
Oh
Just
god.
Never
what's
mind, that
up with
wasn't
Rosie?
fun.
Just what's her whole deal?
Just what's up with Rosie?
What's the Rosie story?
Yeah, what's the Rosie story?
Maybe we'll
Because
dig
these
in.
aren't questions. I mean, Adrian Fun, true to the name, has really given us a treat here, because it isn't about like what you want to know about your own thing. It's like what you're curious about
Other
for other characters,
characters.
which for me, as your Dornjan master, yay.
So one of my questions is, was that 8-pound discrepancy we found in the Underdark
Yes.
moral or a different baby? Is there another Rahoothly sibling out there?
I want to know about that.
There are
wonder
no
what that
other
would be.
objects in the world that are 8 pounds, but a child. So
I also
Quite a
want to
secret.
know.
Why don't you just calm down?
why don't you calm
A
down?
head's about 8 pounds.
Yeah,
Big size
exactly.
head.
It was a head.
Yeah.
Good spring
Did you draw
head.
Rosie for me too? 'Cause
Oh, okay.
can't do this.
What about when Dinar lived in the slums of Jannar
Yeah.
with what's her doink?
Yep.
CD.
With
what's her-
CD, yeah.
Catherine,
Catherine
yeah.
Dar.
I don't think I
would
finished
s-
that thing.
You
It's all there.
you
Tell
don't
it
have
at
to
the
finish
table.
it. Yeah, we're gonna come up with this at the
Tell
table.
it
dude.
at the table.
Yeah, we can explore it here.
Yeah.
Right now?
Well, no. But I'm saying that yeah. I mean, we can take that stuff and we can turn it into an adventure if you want. Or I know
Don't.
that, I know that you have or knock it off. No, I know that you have designs on taking my number 1 spot
Yeah.
here at the head of the table.
Soon.
Jerry, if he does that, are you gonna play?
No. It's built.
What?
It's a special build. I put so much effort into this
No, he's not kidding.
little
It's
tiny campaign.
fucking nuts.
I'm gonna blow your minds. Probably. I don't know. Probably not.
Probably.
But it's made just for 3 people.
Oh.
It's an intimate. It's an
There's specific pieces. Also, I asked you and you said you wouldn't.
yeah.
I could have made this for 4. He said no.
So no, but I've seen all the stationery and stuff that he's created for it. All I know is
Are
that
you biting my stees? Making stationery?
all I know.
My
He's
job.
the documenter now,
documenter.
so.
Ruh-roh. All
Will
I
be
know.
forever.
All
I'm
I,
gonna build a personal brand around that.
Now I'm never gonna die.
Yeah.
well, no,
I'm gonna live forever.
the envelope just says an evening with Ryan Hartman.
The name of the adventure is The Ballad of Fred Chicken.
Oh my God.
That's all I'll tell you. It's The Ballad of Fred Chicken.
Oh, finally.
That's what I wrote.
Finally get to get into that lore.
No, I'm talking.
Craving it.
You listen up. You have no idea.
one
It is.
question I've
It's
never thought
more than a
answered.
year.
I've been working on it for a minute.
All right, what are you doing it?
I think we're doing it after the holidays, before Sal.
Yeah, when can we enjoy
Oh,
this?
okay.
Oh, that's right. You actually want to run it.
I want to run it and record it, and then we'll release it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So some special
So
custom
that way, if
content.
it goes badly,
If it goes badly, then that's why I didn't want to mention it. Because
It's
if it goes
trash.
badly, we won't even release it.
If it goes badly, we'll definitely release it.
Yeah, but if you take the reins and you like how it feels, you could explore the urchin phase right here at the table as the dungeon master. It's like as somebody who is deeply and profoundly unable to write their novel.
Yeah.
Let me tell you that you can get through some shit. You sit here and then all of a sudden 2 years have passed and you've told the most ridiculous story you've ever told.
It's like it's so close to the end.
Motherfucker, I'm telling you, let them write it for you. Just sit right here, let them do it. They will help you. They will make this happen for you.
At the very least, we'll come up with ideas that you can
never
reject.
come up with. Oh, sorry.
Can't fucking
The
imagine.
story is all done. It's
Yeah.
prose. Prose is hard. Did you know that?
That's why
Oh,
you
I
leave it
hate
to the.
it.
Prose
Prose.
professional.
Trying to find a knife, a sword.
Kill myself.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Chef Mike Harax.
Ooh,
Oh, Chef Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chef a Mike.
That's our buddy.
You
McDonald's.
deserved that.
The McDonald's guy.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Chef Mike, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yes,
I
yes,
just started following him.
Yeah.
How different is playing a private game versus one that's broadcasted? Do you play different? Man, I know that Amy does not.
No,
Nope.
but I fucking do. I tell you what.
Yeah?
You get.
You crank it?
It's not that. It's that you have way less time to make decisions. So, for instance, if there's a difficult thing, you have to be entertaining. You can't just have dead air. You can't go up and pee whenever you want and go think about what's going to happen next and then come back to the table and those kinds of things. I feel like a home game is more relaxed for those reasons. It's not like it's not disingenuous. It's definitely more on the fly. It's more more improvised in a way that like has more pressure to it.
Well, it's possible. I think that we have to consider that we are approaching the game very different. Like when I'm up there playing like for the AI game, I am not conscious of it
Yeah, I have no memory of it afterward.
at all. But it's you have no memory of it afterward. But you still feel like the pressure. Yeah, I'm not even sure.
Kidney stone.
I'm not
Okay.
even sure if I feel the pressure.
The main AI game, yes.
Right.
This.
I was just gonna say no.
No.
You're actually the two of you are in a really good position to know.
and Chris.
And me
And
too.
Chris, one
Yeah, everyone but me.
Everybody but
Everyone but
except
me.
for Ryan. Yeah.
yeah.
Just chop liver over here.
You just
Yeah.
just hold your fucking horses.
This is.
So-
Oh, I'm sorry. You go ahead. You proceed. You
No,
start and I'll
no.
interrupt.
You go first, I'll interrupt.
Yeah, I mean, I've run it and I've played it on stage. Man, for me it's about the same, but I don't think that's normal.
But I think that for me, the reason that it's not different is just because I'm such an anxious person. When I play a home game, I'm anxious
Oh.
of keeping other people like waiting. So I always have my turn ready.
Oh, sure.
I'm like always ready with what's next. And it's the same thing here. And it's like the level of anxiety is just my baseline. So it's
Right.
like I don't feel any different. Like I just feel like it's
That's
like this feels like
interesting.
a home game to me.
So how did you play 4E?
I didn't play 4. I played 3.5.
Oh, interesting.
I skipped that 4. I went right to
Man.
5.
Well, no, I was just going to say because that's one of the biggest things about 4E in terms of like how long it takes is that people are not they're not getting their turn ready. So by the time it gets to them, now they're shuffling through this magic deck.
Oh, that sounds like a nightmare to me.
I was just going to say, but you wouldn't do it that way. you would have your card all chosen and ready, and you would just have it out in front of you. Like you would already be done. I think.
Yes.
I think that you would have been like the good 4E player.
My nightmare is my turn coming around and then being like,
I feel like I liked 4 for that reason, but I understand why it was a departure, and now we have a 5. I prefer 5.
Wait till 6.
Oh my gosh, it's just a video game.
Dude,
No more
so what's
gathering.
going on with 6, Kate? Like,
Yeah.
oh, see, she won't even joke about it.
Yeah.
Do
We
need a
found
6?
it.
Is 6 a
We
huge waste
found
of
it. Look at this.
It's a
She won't
waste
e-
of our time.
Oh,
Look,
look at this.
she won't even joke about joking about it.
Nope.
Look at this. You see that craw? That downward craw?
Extremely downward.
No
What about
denial
7?
or approval.
Now 7.
Oh, see, now we got it. Now we got it.
Here comes skinny.
So yeah, I think that for every person, those two things are different. For me, like myself, I just go. Like I completely disappear and I go away to some other person who's capable of doing these things. DeGallo 2007 says, "Will we get to see the C team interact in Dinar's homeland in the future?" Yeah. I would be very surprised.
Don't shake your head now.
take me there. Want to go there.
I would be very surprised if we did not spend some time in Jannar.
Now, does Dinar not want to go to Jannar? That's very cute, actually. Does Dinar not want us to go, or does Ryan not want us to go?
Ryan doesn't want.
How come?
I want to get this story done first.
No, that's not how this shit
We're
works.
going pack
You don't
south.
get to put us on rails.
Day 1.
Pack
We're
south.
going.
Pack south. Pack south. Pack south.
Okay, let's do it now.
I already have. Don't.
No, not the bottle. Not the plastic bottle.
Sign it.
It's Christmas.
Father.
I already know what's going to happen there. But we have three arcs in the second season that seem to work pretty well for us. I would be very, very surprised if we did not crack the seal on Jannar, which I think is just going to be really good. Like, obviously the stuff that, Ryan knows a lot of stuff because it's his character origin, but I had to come in and change it so that he wouldn't just automatically know everything that was happening in there.
Exactly.
So it'll be fun to subvert some of that
There's
stuff.
a lot of stuff that's left dangling too,
For
intentionally
sure.
for you to
Yeah,
fill in.
exactly.
And I think that
You have the outline.
No, I was going to say,
You have the
It's a
outline,
bad
and you've never
story.
read it.
I have had the
If
outline.
you wanted to know,
Yeah.
you have the outline too. You never read it. Did you?
Oh, yeah, I did.
The whole thing?
Yeah, because I was researching it for Cathra.
Yeah, I didn't think you did
Oh,
that.
yeah, I read the whole thing.
Oh, well, then you know.
Here.
Yeah, I do know.
I agree. Agreed.
I have it and I read it.
You didn't read it.
Yeah, I did.
Did you read all of it?
Did you
Prove
read
it.
all of it?
Recite it from memory.
Yeah, what was the third
You
chapter?
can't do that. That was
Say
a
it
long time
backwards.
ago.
You
I'm saying
gatekeepers.
if there is
Name 5 albums
if there is something
mentioned in my outline.
yeah. If there is like some way in there for you to look at the document and see if I've read it, it will say that I have read it.
So you opened it. No, I don't know.
Did you comment?
You even complimented me on it.
Change any
So
grammar?
you haven't read it, because it would have changed your life if you read it.
Next
Oh, boy.
question.
Next.
What I tiras. What I tiras.
Yeah.
Says Ryan.
What?
Over there.
Have you gotten comfortable with playing D&D and its rules?
No.
Okay.
Next question.
But in 6, you're
Exactly.
gonna love it.
Yeah.
6. I got a good feeling about 6.
6
Am I
has
wrong?
got incredible
See, even mouth,
we go.
mouth happened again.
integration.
That means they're talking about it. That means they're talking about it in
No, they're skipping 6 and going right
20
to 7.
2021. You heard it here first. There's a 2-year plan of releases, and then 6 is coming out in 2021.
Here's the
It's got
problem.
deep integration with DM's Guild.
Internally, they're not calling it 6. They're calling it some code name. That's
X.
the thing.
Deep Blue.
No.
Kill me.
No,
Oh, they're calling it Kill Me.
it's not. It's not next. Last time is next. They can't do next again.
They
Endgame.
can. It's called D&D Next again.
Next again.
D&D
One
next
word.
again. No, D&D next again. But 6, obviously, the number of the beast. So it seems to me like there's some great opportunities
It's going to be
there.
the 666th edition.
Dude, bring it back. That's the only. We got to get the occult shit back in
If we
here.
know
Called
anything
3.
about, if we know anything about like how they do consoles and stuff, it's gonna be like D&D 1 or D&D Prime. Or
Yeah.
D&D
No.
Single.
360.
Because they did this once already. It's just Dungeons and Dragons.
Maybe the ampersand
Dragons and
is
Dungeons.
the word "and" now.
Right, it just says Dungeons and Dragons on there now, right? There's no
pictures.
No, no, no. Dungeons and Dragons and Dragons.
Now with even more dragons.
6 dungeon, 6 dragon.
3 dungeons and a little.
Oh, yeah.
3 dungeons and a dragon.
Yeah.
You monster. All right.
Sometimes you go in the dungeon, no dragon. You got a
Yeah.
33% chance finding the dragon. Good luck.
Switch those feet says, do you find it difficult to not discuss what happens away from the table, or do you discuss?
We discuss it all day long.
We discuss. Num 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 num.
No, they
Yeah,
have
we
their
discuss.
own. You have your own thread.
We have a chat
Yeah.
that Jerry's not invited to
Oh no, I'm not invited to the chat,
because we get to come up with our theories without impacting your narrative.
and I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, we
And
don't
talk
even
about
use
them.
them.
Yeah. Like, really,
We
that
discuss
shirt he was wearing?
what people are saying on Reddit. Like we exchange fanfics that are going up there, and whenever somebody has a cool fan theory, I'm usually the one to like
Or gross ship.
yeah, or a nasty
Hold
not
on,
safe
hold
for
on, hold
work
on.
story.
Hold on a second. Oh, C Team Slash. There's some heat up in that business. No, what I'm talking about is what's a gross ship?
There's some gross ships, and I don't want to name them because to name them would to give them something.
What, like
Power.
There you
Beetlejuice?
go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody- I know. I can get it from Kate.
Link me.
Let me see some. Yeah.
understand
I
that
would see
nasty
these.
shit.
Here,
It's
wouldn't
just like
go
an
to ships.
ASCII penis.
no, it's just like
Throw this phone away.
I wasn't ready.
Who are they shipping? Is it walnut and oak?
No, that is sick.
Right, I know. That's why. That's where my brain went. It went to the darkest place
No, but I've
possible.
never seen that.
I've
is it
never
gross?
seen that either.
So, just give me one example of a gross, like a ship that's like, ugh.
I
Like,
told you about the Omen and Walnut one, but it was like them getting hot and heavy over paperwork.
But that's not. That
That's
didn't.
yucky.
Okay, yes, it was a hot and heavy paperwork story, but it was like the eroticism was directed at the documents.
Right.
It was not at each other.
So it was a
No.
It was a
threesome.
sensual
Gross.
shared experience, but not toward the organic beings
No,
of the
I-
story.
it was completely parallel.
It was a ship
It was
of-
about the vellum.
It was
paperwork.
Omen / documents / walnut. Never the twain met.
Right.
All right, that's
Separated
fair,
by
that's
a
fair.
buffer
so
of
there's two
documents.
slashes out here.
Correct,
The
yes.
document is in the middle.
Correct. Yes, the devil's.
I mean, I read the whole thing, and I was like, this is very well written.
It was extremely well.
Well, and that must be said. The quality of C Team fic, hot or
so
not,
good.
is really, really
It's a
good.
high bar.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Did y'all read the 12 Days of Christmas yet?
Yeah.
I didn't.
SX?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know it's got to be good. Yup, this is GM. Says, how much do your children know about the C Team?
Color.
They don't have all the
Oh,
colors in it.
Chris's. Wow.
Kevin.
Oh,
Kevin.
what's his name?
There's a brand.
This guy over here.
Same thing.
Q was dressing up and talking about how his favorite person was Dinar.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
dressing up as Walnut.
That's right. He did.
Really?
As far as my son knows, he doesn't understand that. I mean, I have some part in this show, but as far as he's concerned, he knows about Dinar. It's like the Dragon Man. Yeah. And Walnut, he knows about Walnut. He couldn't name my character. He can't name your character. He might be able to name yours, but
He knows my real name.
mine is invisible to him. He knows your real name, yes, but he doesn't know who you play.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Elliot definitely knows about AI stuff in general. He does. He knows them.
He's got his finger on that pulse.
Yeah, it's
knows a
true.
lot of things.
No, so his character in the home game, his headcanon is that his character is Omen drawn, but like disguised to hide
Like
from
a-
his
like a
past.
masked lord.
No, he's like a warlock. And so he made like a bunch of papercraft of his character, and then he made a little papercraft chest
Oh.
that says "Do not open." If you open it, I did. So I am.
Sorry,
don't
son.
don't fuck with these. And it's like a bunch of personal effects of omens inside the box.
Tiny
Yeah,
little paper
Sounds like a little
ones?
diorama.
What?
dude, it's bunks. It's bunks. And also, he is old enough now to understand dank grass.
Oh,
That's a slow one.
I can't wait
That's a
for my
slow
son to
burn.
be cool.
I read somebody made an EPA fan character that's Apple Bong Hit, but the G is silent.
Yes.
Bonnie.
Boney.
Boney.
I think that's better. Than
I like that. That's a thing.
Your son dressed up as Walnut at one point, like
Yeah.
put a smear of
Him
eyeshadow or
and-
something
Yeah,
on
Marlo,
him.
they were just playing with makeup.
Oh, on the
And
cheek?
he,
Yeah.
And he was just like, and then he put on like a big, huge eyebrow. And he's like, oh, it's a walnut. It's a dirty walnut.
He called himself a dirty walnut.
He's like, I'm a dirty walnut. It's like, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I don't want to
Freighted
be.
terminology.
I love it. You got to smear out walnut, and now you got to do. I don't want to be the only one that you didn't draw. On the
It's only because
No, it's good.
Yours is amazing. I
Yours
just
is
can't-
great.
I can't draw
But
them
they
as well as he
can't
does.
draw, so
I could not.
That's not true.
He draws a million
Well,
of these.
I
so.
did yours anyway.
Thanks.
I don't trust you're going right to ink. It's dangerous.
Yeah, I'm more fine arts.
You're a rogue.
I can't do this.
If we had
More
oil
brow
paint for this
stuff.
Pencils
thing,
and charcoals.
Yeah.
Things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, traditional media.
Pastels.
Yes. Yeah. Only way to set a pastel.
Yes.
Zwecreational asks, your characters have all grown, changed, evolved. Have they become who you thought they would be, or have you found yourself surprised by their current forms? And if so, how?
Yeah. I thought that walnut would stay a little asshole, but she's turning into a much nicer person than
She
I thought
got
she would be.
tender.
Yeah, she got tenderoni in a way that I'm like, come on. Where's my strong nut?
do you feel like having spent more time with the character that you can't help but infuse the character with more of your aspects? I feel like that's my thing.
I don't think so.
Or is it about, do you have sympathy toward your own character? And so, because you have the potential to soften them, you do that.
I don't think so. I think the relationship softened her in a way that I just wasn't expecting. I think she was not expecting that, and I think that was like a joint thing. But I mean, you could say like, me personally, I don't perceive it as like me doing it, but I mean, you could just say like, well, it's you doing it. You do it to your character, but
Yeah.
I see it as a thing outside of myself.
No. It is really, really fucking weird.
I agree.
No, not
Thank
you.
you. Cool,
no,
dude.
not like
It's
that. No,
dumb.
I'm saying like playing a person who you like, but is an agent in a story, but is also functionally something you've created. I'm saying that is weird. I don't mean that you are weird.
But you're weird for having made a weird thing.
It's real weird.
Because from weird comes weirdness. I
This is an
believe.
intervention. Maybe all your friends are here, and we love you.
Doors are locked.
Right, so
Locked from the outside.
so who else is different?
Oh, I think like Cathris, I think not that he was well defined, and you can kind of like retcon this after the fact, like no prize it. But the first time we saw him, he was a lot more cavalier, right? But now at level 9 again, like at the time, he just avoided people. I think he just didn't spend time with anybody. He's like, no, they're what's the term I'm looking for? Like it's a hazard to like people. You should avoid them so you don't get bundled up with them and worry about them.
Weakness.
Don't give him a name.
Yeah.
But now,
I'll name him.
now that it's
He's become more powerful than he was before.
he spent more time, because he's patient now. He's like, well, I'll get there because we're talking about these theological
Aeons,
time
yeah.
scales. I had nothing better to do than spend time with people. Maybe there wasn't an option but to soften. I don't know. I did not expect him to get like that.
I would say that he's definitely, at least the last few times that we've seen him, they've been in one shot, so they've been on stage, which can alter how things, go. It definitely seems like he has gotten more abstract. I think since he had housed this goddess, I think now that that's gone and he's made these other revelations, it seems to me like Cathris is approaching things in a much more like abstract. He has gotten more alien, I think.
I see. I don't know. I feel like he's become more human. We'll see what happens in season 3, because there's a lot of like, this is kind of a nice guy. I think he's a nice guy.
Why won't he pay
Why
attention
is
to
everybody
me?
so upset about him?
I have.
He spoke to me plainly.
There have been a couple of times where Cathris has gotten irritated. Like he has gotten fed up or whatever, and that's pretty fun to see. I never expected. I always figured he would be like cold and removed and sort of slightly amused by things forever. But the things that actually trip him up and stress him out, there have been a couple times I'm like, whoa, Cathris, you're getting fucking sassy over there. I like
It's a
it.
scary, like The angry Cthulhu is scary, I think.
Angry Cthulhu is the Cthulhu I can relate to. Like,
Yeah, that's the one that makes
yes,
sense.
But you
yes.
want rationality. You don't want irrational Cthulhu. You
No,
want
of course,
reason.
but irrational Cthulhu, I'm like, oh, thank God, there's something about this creature that I can relate to.
He's ashamed of it, so
Right.
enjoy it.
I will. I do.
Did any strange revelations occur with your character this season?
With Dinar,
Yeah.
I think he's still changing.
Your
There's an
character,
arc
yeah.
for Dinar in my mind. I've said this before. Like he has an end. There's an end to him, one way or the other.
That's what you think.
Are you
He's not
unwilling to be
timeless.
surprised then?
No,
'Cause
that's-
you've got this thing.
Well,
structured.
if you want to recast him,
That's valuable
there's
IP.
an end.
All right?
Huh?
It's valuable IP.
Yeah.
I already got the next character in the hopper, waiting to come out.
No, I'm gonna do Cthulhu stuff
I
till I'm
approached
dead.
this because I've never played D&D before. I had
Yeah.
no angle to approach this other than from like a story, from like picture this as a movie, picture this as a story. There has to be a narrative arc, a growth arc. But then by the end, the story has to end, right? Like
Yeah.
you've got your trilogy, but the story has to end at some
for
point,
this
right?
For this part to have had meaning, it has to be a part of a whole chain of events.
Yes.
Yeah. Totally.
So in my mind, I think he's changed, but I think he's still changing, and I think there's room for him to change. How I've been playing him, I think he's been more goofy and more aloof. He's more
You like it?
A goof.
more Andy from Parks and Rec, and less
yeah.
Zap Brannigan. You know,
It works.
which is fine. I like that.
you know, he's
It's
young.
more fun that way.
Rosie,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
about your character?
Yeah, Rosie,
Yes.
what about your
Rosie,
character?
Rosie.
I think I designed Rosie to be essentially who she is now, but sort of by virtue of the stakes of what we've done, she's definitely more dark criminal than I pictured. I always imagined her as the Beestinger clan as designed, and this, I'm sure much of it still operates this way, was like, you have offended my next door neighbor, and so I am going to go fill your house with fire ants. Like that kind of crime. You
Pranks.
know, yeah, pranks, but enough to that in a halfling village, like,
Yeah,
oh
hey.
boy, she's gonna fill your house with fire ants. And so she has become more of like a godmother of a criminal enterprise that certainly does extortions and murder and kidnapping. And so I think it makes her interesting, and it makes my dynamic too of I think Rosie would still want it to be the former rather than the latter,
Yeah.
but kind of like the No Country for Old Men, like the modern world is just getting too insane and chaotic for her to actually be able to control. So that tension between the more happy-go-lucky
Homespun.
version, of the Beastingers versus this like vast criminal network. It's kind of fun because I'm discovering that network along with Rosie. I didn't know the extent of it either, and so organically it feels like it's gotten out of control. Which she would also think
It's a super cool tone. We just, from this side of the table, it's super cool to play around with.
Right. Yeah.
And that's definitely going to be a big. That's how we start season 3.
Jerry and I have discussed this.
I'll say that much. Taurus.
Murder.
One person at this table won't survive episode 1.
The
It's
person.
Jerry.
It's Jerry. We're gonna kill Jerry.
Hey, Taurus Beastinger's got a question.
Hey!
God damn it. Regarding the rings, has it ever hit Walnut/Amy that the rings were in Drebus's boots? I don't think he's the kind of person who wears socks.
Well, now.
That kind of magic doesn't get harmed by that.
One hopes.
Germs are germs.
That wedding was doomed from the start.
There's a lot of
Them
problems.
being in the boots had nothing to do with
Are
it.
y'all
We don't
even
know that.
actually married? Like, what's the standing for Walnut and Brahma?
Who knows?
Walnut hasn't signed shit.
Yeah, Walnut didn't sign anything.
Plus, I want to recall that I believe during one of the last games that the idea that these are the ones given to Drebus are fake potentially, just to throw the seekers off. So maybe he did not ever have them. Because why would you trust him?
But the ritual worked.
Yeah, with the actual rings that were not given to him.
Ah, I see.
Yeah,
I see.
they were
Okay.
present.
Okay.
Let's see. Hamesatron. Hamsatron.
A
Hamesatron.
whole mess.
Hamesatron. It's a whole mesotron.
No thanks. Just eat.
I'm good. if each of you could pick a scene from the game to have musically scored, which would it be? Ooh.
Oh
Do
God,
it.
I know
that guy.
exactly.
That's fruity.
From season 2?
This got a taste.
Or just across the board?
The wedding that Dinar and Rosie went to.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that could be
The-
great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it started very elegant.
But it just like starts one way and ends a totally different way.
Well, it should start with actual musicians there. Like, that's how it starts. And then it shifts out.
Ooh, I know. The scene where Denard transforms into Barzmalis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, then there, and the
That'd be
best,
very good.
and that's actually great because you could do that in a more elaborate score. So, the part that I would add to that is once that was managed, then everybody has to come back out, and the town is pouring down below itself
fight,
to do
yeah.
their own fight. Like,
Right.
I'm just going to add my scene is just after the Varsmalis thing. Like that, the last 20 minutes of that movie is fucking nuts.
So good. Definitely.
Dan
But
Danaland.
you?
I'm having a tough time thinking about it because it's all weddings. Certainly,
4 weddings, a funeral.
I'd like to hear that march, but I'd also like the. I'm thinking about the when Walnut's like causality was remeshed.
Oh,
So
weird.
that the fatherhood was restored, like that relationship was restored.
Ooh, yeah.
I think when the goddess went out of Cthulhu, it'd be really interesting musically because you'd have a score and then you wouldn't,
Oh yeah.
and that is like, again, yeah, like I love
got
that moment so much.
Goosebumps thinking about that. Like the idea of the goddess being sucked out of Cthulhu's body along with the whatever music was playing. You're just left with this like
Ugh.
vacant
This
nothing.
gross,
Yeah, Void.
Yucky,
yeah, this
yucky guy.
weird body.
Yuck. No,
Smell.
thanks. It's probably stinky, right?
Yeah.
Stinky guy. Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no thank
Yeah,
you.
stinky pits.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Leah from Laie says, Kate, how was it to hear that Chris Perkins tell Strix to pit her birth family against the one that recently adopted her?
Well, A, extremely messed up.
Yeah, this Perkins
This
guy.
guy. But don't worry, there's more coming on
Well,
that
yeah,
score.
but they introduced a Beestinger NPC in the DCA campaign, right?
Or if they haven't, you spoiled it and they're about to.
What's wrong with y'all? Y'all can't get this sorted.
Jerry sucks at secrets.
Yeah.
You've heard it here, folks.
I'm just gonna
And you've heard it here before.
Yeah,
push
there's
this
a couple
button.
secrets you've given out already in this thing.
Just kidding, they're not doing that.
What's a DCA?
The Eternal Studion. Étudiant. What are the chances season 3 starts with a team trying to reclaim their souls from Asmodeus because they belong to Omen? Dun dun dun.
Oh, is that true?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think Cthulhu's good as shit.
Well, no, that's not his.
You're gonna sell something that's worthless to me? Sure.
Yeah, please
For a
do
sandwich.
that. No, I think I did I did that the second time where I started things out of order. I think the third season won't have that nature up top.
Oh, I was gonna say actually that one of the things about the looming season 3 that throws me is that we are not starting with a thing like that. So like there was a component all through season 2 that's like, but it's been mapped. We'll see how we get there,
Right.
but I know where we're going.
Yeah, exactly.
This is now just completely open, you know?
Yeah, which I think is going to be really interesting, but
Yeah.
in a different way.
Yeah.
Like the Wild West again.
Exactly. Well, like it was so funny. Like when I first started doing the campaign, I mean, I knew certain things that I wanted to happen in terms of the Wandering Crypt, but I didn't know how much you were going to enjoy the jobs.
Oh.
I mean, admittedly, that's my fault.
And every
Yeah, we
job
love the
that must be
jobs.
done.
Yes,
Bring back the jobs.
Yeah,
There's
whatever
an
it
element of
takes to
fun.
get the judge.
You have a job.
I've decided I don't like it.
It's a good job. It's a good job. No. All I'm saying is that,
That's a shame. I've decided that's a shame.
but it's gonna come back
Not your job.
in the third season.
There you go.
That's the one. Yeah. European.
Clown Love.
Maybe you can dual class. You can do double documenter.
I've decided that's a good idea.
Double documancy. God only knows. That's the fic I want to see. Which of your friends
I'll
are?
write to Omen and ask for you.
Yeah. Which of your which of your own?
you, Ryan.
Yeah, exactly. Which of your friends or family enjoys C Team the most?
My mother.
Your mom.
Dude, you're
Amy's
the-
mom.
My mom,
Mom
who has already texted me and said, "C Team Live, heart, 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 heart."
Aw.
Hi, Mom.
No. Mom Nut Mom Nut is a character. It's like in the same way that you'd like save a space at the table for Jesus.
I saved his space.
Can we write Mom Nut into the game?
Mom Nut is Walnut's mom.
Yeah.
She has to. She has to show. She has to show up.
Exactly. But what I should do. So
She's dead, which is unfortunate.
exactly. But
Flashback.
So Mom Nut. What I'll do is I will make for season 3. I will make a little Mom Nut shrine.
This bottle.
This bottle.
Yeah.
This bottle.
upside down.
Looks good.
I'm
And
just
there
gonna
it
lay it
is.
like something like that. And then, no, I will do a cool one, and then you will feel cool. You will be nourished as a result. So
Yeah.
you'll always be able to be here, because she's as far away as she could be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Australian.
Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Yeah. I mean, it's way
Australia.
over there. Like I don't know a whole lot about the East Coast. I learned something really crazy.
What?
So I was in Philadelphia for PAX Unplugged.
And it exists. Crazy.
Oh well, that was weird. Trust
13
me.
colonies.
I was so glad to land and have it be there. No. So,
Get out.
and these guys, they said, "Oh yeah, we're up from Washington. We were up from Washington D.C." I'm like, "Don't you mean down?"
yeah.
And they were like, "No."
What?
And I'm like, "Isn't Washington D.C. above
I don't know where any of them are.
Philadelphia?"
I don't know where any of them
Are you-
Man, what is wrong with you guys?
Are you messed up?
Well, no.
Y'all okay?
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like, I was surprised to learn that Washington D.C. is south of Philadelphia.
Tonight
What?
on a very special C Team.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Well, you're just.
I think that's weird.
Well, no,
having
it's
a
like
stroke?
No, not you. I think you're right. It's weird that DC is
yeah.
underneath.
And then
feel
when,
like
you go, when you go back,
What?
you need to fix it.
weird.
So
Yeah. This is on you, man.
it's gross.
It's gross.
strange.
It's
New York
gross.
is
It's
like up in
unnatural.
Vermont,
I don't
I
want to yuck your young, but that's weird.
Man.
It's
You guys
kinky.
sure you want to admit this, like, on camera? That's like 2 + 2 is 4. I don't think so. This doesn't check out.
No,
It should be like a heart. Like
I
you do 2
accept
one
it.
way, 2 the other, and then it makes a heart, right?
I
Makes a
accept
Flat
it.
line at the bottom. So
2 + 2 = 4. That's fine, but it's weird.
yeah.
I don't
Doesn't make
like
it right.
it.
All I'm saying is that it's weird for it to be like that. And
Yes.
so if you go to school, understand that if you go to school,
Yeah, I did.
okay, well,
That's why I
like,
know it's below it.
Saw a lot of maps.
Yeah, I saw a lot of maps.
yeah, you see a lot of maps, but I'm saying you don't like over here
not
we
going
didn't get a
for
lot
it.
of
Yeah, where'd you guys
focus.
go to school?
Yeah,
We're
look
the
it up.
nation's capital is.
We're gonna fucking prove it.
I want to see what this
Yeah, it's a bunch
alleged
of horse shit. This
brotherly
is
love.
This is like drop bears. This is like some Aussie
hoop
shit where it's
snakes.
like.
Didn't you guys have
oh,
to learn about like the
Go to the
original
church.
colonies and all
No,
that
here,
stuff?
let me
no,
tell
it's
you how.
really
Like,
good.
I get that you're from like, the backwoods parts of, the Pacific Northwest.
The real
Yeah, when they're teaching about syrup and stuff, I assume.
Yeah.
They didn't talk about the colonies?
Well, here, well, they
Oh,
talk
New
about it.
York's right there.
next to it.
Show me,
Holy
show me, show me.
crap!
But
Look
it
at
is.
this.
But New York is north of it.
Oh my gosh!
Look
Look,
how close it
look.
is.
New York is
bit?
right above it. DC's
not a
way
bit.
down there. Sorry, this is not good television.
What are you talking about?
Is this a bit?
You could drive there in
I'm
an
so
hour.
upset right now.
I know.
So that's New York over there.
And then the ocean
Stop it.
is
Just
right
stop
there.
it.
But hold on,
Why
that's
don't
we
New
go
York.
on to the next question?
Is that Washington D.C.'s south of
Wait,
Baltimore?
but we live in Washington. Are we there?
Washington.
Question!
I'm gonna blow your fucking mind.
Washington is inside
Washington
Philadelphia,
is Washington is south.
and it always has.
Washington is southeast. Washington D.C. is southeast
DC is not even a state.
of
guys.
Baltimore. And I got something else to tell you. There's a place that's called Rockville.
What?
that way.
Intercourse, Pennsylvania.
Garbage can.
There's the thing.
Not a real
That's the
thing.
thing.
Next question, next question.
Anyway, all I'm trying to say is it's weird.
Welcome to Map Talk.
I'll be your host.
Next caller.
Go ahead,
Next
go ahead,
caller.
caller.
Go
No,
ahead, caller.
I'm just saying. If you,
10 weird facts you won't believe about the geography.
number 6 will shock you. But I'm saying
South
that,
Carolina below North Carolina? Question mark. Question mark.
so when we
Poop emoji.
when we, yeah, when we do geography, our states are really big. And it's like you got
Your
like, so
states
many
were all the same
states.
goddamn country. What is
No, our state's very big, easy to find.
Yeah.
Square- big
You over there in Europe.
Yeah,
Your
nothing
states
else is anywhere.
are like this big.
That's because y'all are greedy. You got all this land. We spread it out. Everybody gets some.
All right. Anyway,
They're like,
Anyway.
number 4, you'll be fine with. I get it, 100%.
hey,
I knew it
Dunami.
already.
Dunami's up
Dunami!
in this mix.
Hey,
Right.
God, thank you, Dunami.
Hey, what's the one thing you didn't get to that you wanted to in saison 2?
Geography.
Yeah, let's talk
I
about
got
this.
it.
more.
Yeah.
It's pretty unbelievable. You know what? I'm
Where's St.
excited
Louis
about?
in all this?
I am excited that the two of you, which one?
At Arch.
The two of you finally are on the same team about something. it took this
They
conflict to
didn't
bring
even
you
realize,
together.
but this is the thing that forged them.
You know what's messed up? Wait, what was the question again? Say it again.
What's the one thing you didn't get that you wanted to in season 2?
Okay, so Dinar and Walnut were actually forging a friendship.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they were actually starting to get closer. And then the documenty decisionist thing happened.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it just sent them back to square one.
That's what makes it so funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what makes it so funny?
I think so.
I think so.
It's one of the
I think
things.
it's hilarious.
Nobody gets to be friends in this group. It just keeps getting ripped
Lucy and
away.
Walnut are friends.
Yeah.
Well,
Are they?
she does want to kill Omen.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to kill Omen.
But she
must
will.
kill Omen.
will.
But she will.
Don't worry.
La-di-da.
We've worked on it.
Now, Oswald Enswald, which is a great handle, have the C team members considered multi-classing?
Yes.
After
I
seeing
did.
what Pat did at the table.
He
After seeing that
cheated.
disgusting
Yeah, but
mess.
he's got.
It
It was
Yeah,
Ted
yeah.
Cheats.
built.
It was
Yeah.
Ted Cheats, but it was
It
too
wasn't a
funny.
finesse.
It's so funny.
Authorized cheat.
Yeah.
I see.
No,
I wanted to believe it.
I talked about multi-classing just because I had never played D&D before, and I thought that was a thing you should experience.
Yeah.
At least
But then
once.
people have talked me out of it. Like, I
Yeah.
said it's like not great idea.
I still want to do the Paladin of Melee thing, even though we have a Paladin,
Ooh.
because I think it would just be
It
rad.
would be a different flavor.
Yeah, see, at our table,
I was gonna go druid, so
Shut up.
we should
What
just both be
the
paladin
hell?
druids.
No, because Druid's fun.
You're
as
not
hell.
serious.
you were gonna fuck this
knows?
table up.
God.
You're
I'm
gonna
gonna turn into little weasels and stuff. I thought that
All
would be
right.
funny.
Yeah, all right.
Scaly weasels.
No,
Like
I think
geckos?
people were telling me now that I've got the spirit guardians, that was like there's another good milestone in a couple things, but it's like once you hit this one, that's pretty good for paladin, and then
Spirit
it's like
guardian,
maybe
fuck 'em up, yeah.
get like a barbarian or something. They were saying to spice up the, especially the way he's kitted. Like,
Yeah,
I
just-
think that's a good one.
So there's mechanical
But I'm
reasons.
just trying to min-max.
Yeah. But there's mechanical reasons to investigate it, but at least in our campaign, I feel like the story payload from multi-classing would be massive.
Could be.
Should Walnut do Cleric? Is that too much?
Oh my gosh.
Is that too much?
What a fan.
I don't know if because the dynamic that I got from Walnut at the A-team table was
Which was a
that
blast.
It was such a good game. It was that she's stepping up to Omen. She's not worshiping in his shadow as much anymore. Like she was
That's
she
the
was
only
like
way to get his respect is to gun for
to
him.
become him.
Well, that was if you were at the DNC event at the at Unplugged, my name tag was little feature. It said future Acq Inc.
Future Acq Inc. CEO.
Oh, wow.
Not O.
Maybe
That's sweet.
Is it?
Rosie.
Is it?
You Rosie like in like the sort of motherly relationship he has with Dinar, teaches Dinar like not to be a monk, but like maybe that's the way into barbarian or a fighter or something, some sort of fighting class. Like that could be fun.
Well, no,
Yeah.
their
I mean,
relationship.
she could help you learn to fight.
There's a martial aspect
yeah.
to their relationship that is very professional and cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, Monk doesn't present a huge amount of cool role-playing opportunities. It's so martial, but you multi-classing into Monk presents a lot of interesting
Or maybe
role-playing opportunities.
just story wise, it's like, all right, I'll teach you, and then in teaching Dinar monk, he doesn't get it quite right, so it ends up being
lens. It becomes barbarian.
barbarian
Yeah.
stats as a kid, but
Right.
that we were just saying is like his fucked up version
tried.
of monk, you know?
But he
His
thinks he's
trying-
doing it exactly
Yeah.
right.
And Rosie's like, God, no.
Yeah, close
No.
enough.
It's like, you're like, is this how we do it? Rage!
6 out of 10. It's like, yeah.
It's like, no raging.
I wanted Cthulhu to like change. I keep wanting to like start a season with Cthulhu like completely different because he's been all mad. He's all sour. But like I could see Cthulhu taking a level of druid because he's like, I don't know, there could be kind of neat gods, I guess. Like,
Too little, too late.
who cares? But like he still wants to have that feeling again. He's like, I want to get back to that.
Oh, don't.
That seems like
So,
cleric would be where
It
he
could.
would
I mean,
go.
it could be. Yeah.
Yeah, cleric
Cleric
would
be
make
awesome.
sense.
Yeah, but either way, he's like, I'm spending more time in the forest. Even though it doesn't welcome him, he's like, maybe it could work.
But I think that's completely fascinating. So functionally speaking, he's gotten the first taste for free.
Yeah.
And now, so he's gonna burn himself out trying to get that divine access again.
Did you get anything good for 10 or no?
What a
'Cause
horrifying
Haven't built
arc.
10 yet. Don't know.
We are 10.
Well, wait. Well, then I didn't though. I specifically did not take blight because I was like out of indifference to plants because
Nice.
it kills
That's
plants.
sweet.
Aw.
That's sweet. And then I took it for 18.
And then you took blight. Blight's
Which
a
is
great
very
one.
walnut.
Yeah.
No, it's
Circle of life.
Trey Nut. Now, some Defiler type shit. For Cthulhu, your character has experienced a lot of growth in a strange way.
Of growths.
I was just gonna say I was gonna change it to a lot of strange growths. A lot of growth in a strange way, growing and adapting personal bonds while never losing his ultimate goal of being released from a pointless material existence. Paddock T, I like you. In your own words, how would you say Cthulhu has changed in his goals and outlooks since season 1?
Well, like I said, I think just more patience. It's like we are all going to be freed from these mortal bonds at some point. But he was in a big hurry.
Yeah,
to
the
get there.
tension's gone, right?
But that need, he just has to stay alive. He has to stay coherent, not even alive. He
Yeah.
just has to exist.
Well, yeah, he just has to endure.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Does he think that he'll still exist after he dies?
I don't know if he cares about that. I think he still thinks that, like, upon death, something will be revealed, and maybe I can navigate that. But I think if becoming, like, undead would permit him to continue his research, he would do that.
Le vampire.
Yeah, those vampire.
There's always a way out.
Dude, Cthulhu's vampire.
Yeah.
Somehow
fits.
hotter.
He hates,
Incredible.
Fits already.
he hates the sun
Incredible.
already.
It's this. You already have the sharp teeth. Like you're all the way
Oh,
there.
another thing was
You're already
our
LARPing
son
a
is
vampire.
that like he's seen some vampire stuff and he's like, why is there always the widow's peak? And we're like, I don't know, they always draw their hair like that. And why does he have these teeth? Well, it's because they drink blood and that's just their thing, but they're pretend. But like, yeah, it all fits. I already like that aesthetic.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's done.
All right.
right.
Season
That's
3.
your, it's your look.
You gave me the wrong, you're spitting my food with the wrong thing. I don't want. I want bears. I want vampire blood. In me.
Sneezed.
Yeah.
It's all the same germ.
No.
It's just where it enters.
Yeah, exactly. Where it enters.
Yeah.
Spifferified.
Yay.
It says, how does it feel to know you've introduced a whole group of people to the magic of D und D? Like many,
Bad.
I finally started playing because of you guys. That is cool as
Yay,
hell.
I couldn't be
Spifferified.
happier.
Yes.
I'm so glad.
That's the most rewarding thing that people tell us is that they've
Oh, yeah.
started their own games because
Yeah.
they enjoyed ours.
That they tracked it down,
So
and then
cool.
also, and there's plenty. I've talked to him at Unplugged and other shows. Like, there's actually plenty of franchises out there.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I really like that.
They're taking up a
Team-
bunch of the
Team
letters.
X.
Yeah, the letters of the alphabet are starting to get crowded with the other teams.
Yeah, I just think it's really
Gotta get
cool.
in quick. There's only
Do they have
26.
a registry for that?
They ain't making more
sure.
letters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know.
But Spifferified, if you like,
One
if
thing
you
they're not making more.
They'll make them like they used to. I'll tell you what.
if you in fact they're getting rid of them. If you're enjoying playing D&D with your group right now, wait until 2021 when you can play D&D 6.
Oh man.
Kate Welch has been telling us about it.
It's gonna have
You're gonna get her in trouble.
it's
Would
got
you guys stop?
all these
Within-
built-in online
They're
components.
gonna think you're serious.
Can you wait till you play with an instanced Kate Welch construct that is,
Yeah,
comes
a
with every
cyber
box, and you turn it on, and every time it goes, "Oh God, where am I?
Cypher Wells.
You bastards did it!" but you have to play the game.
Yeah.
But I think I'm the real one.
Existence is a lie.
Yeah. yeah. It's the prestige.
It's always asking for your Wi-Fi password.
The
Yeah.
only person at this table I have DM'd now is Amy.
It was
that nut?
so fun.
Premium nut.
I mean, it was hell what you did to me.
Yeah, I know.
But
I know.
but tell them the hook because it was cool.
Oh, is it a hook though?
Yeah. What's the hook gonna be?
I don't think I want
Brings you
to.
back.
I think if you haven't already seen it, you have to find the video and sit through it because it's a 55-minute dad joke, and I don't
Oh
think.
no, not that hook. I mean like mechanically, like with the characters.
Oh yeah, it was.
I don't give away your story.
No, sorry. It was called Roleplay Roulette. We had a bunch of people sit on stage with iPads, and all of them had a randomized character from D&D Beyond. And
Can
so,
you do that? Is that a built-in
it's a-
function?
yeah, it's just a
Wow.
button.
What
I know.
can it do?
It's
Is
got it
there
right
any-
literally
here.
nothing. Yeah, you can randomize it. But then we ended up with like you had a warlock with crazy high nature.
Yes.
Or survival or something.
Hell
and
yes.
we had a monk with -3 dexterity, and it was great. It was great.
Dude, I'm loving it.
It was
fun.
really fun.
It's
I
like
just
the
say-
Justin Timberlake song.
You're a very good DM.
Thanks, babe.
It was
I
lovely.
had so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only 55 minutes. You should watch it.
Well, it sounds like I could learn a thing or two.
Well, I'm real busy. so-
Yeah.
Sounds kind
Not
of
going
boring.
on.
Gotta
not
find
going
a minute here and there, you know.
on. Here, but I should one thing I want to tell the chat real quick is that if you are using the Bleezy emote,
Yes.
we have our screens here are set up so that we can see what emotes that you're using, but it doesn't orient them the way that you type them in. So we just see all these cruelly sectioned chunks.
They just
We
feel
see
like this.
Wheezy chunks.
We just see all these wheezy chunks.
Embodied chunks of Wheezy.
Oh yeah, there's
Well,
a
no-
bunch of asses. Oh, and there's a bunch of heads.
What? No,
yeah.
I saw. Yeah, this is horrifying.
I thought it was bacon.
No,
I
no,
thought it was bacon too.
I
yeah.
thought it was a brown toilet.
All right.
If you
Oh,
look
yeah,
at the
the
tail,
All right.
if you look at the
okay.
tail, I was like, why? Who's using this fucking toilet?
All right. Listen,
very
maybe it needs a
proud
redesign, okay?
No, it doesn't need a
works.
redesign. It's
This is just makes it pop up weird.
supposed to be
that's all.
right at the end of the wheeze.
This is not the user experience it was
Yeah.
designed for.
All right.
all right,
Hey,
all right.
thanks for using my emotes. You can sub to my channel.
Yeah, exactly. You like these emotes so much you
Yeah,
can pay
at the
for
end of
them.
the day, yeah, exactly.
Hey, Rekka Flair says, Rekka Flecka Flair says, Jerry, why an acorn? Why not a hazelnut or perhaps an almond? Well,
Yeah.
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 well, we
Acorns are cute.
Fucking
You pick them up
Yeah.
when you're a kid. You got all
Acorn-
that nostalgia.
they have a hat.
yeah.
They do. They have a cute little hat.
Okay, so there's two reasons we went with the walnut or the
Acorn.
the acorn cap. So the first of all, if you know anything about anything about the nut princes of Red Larch,
Of course.
you know that almonds and hazelnuts, yeah, it don't cost $100. I mean, that's a pricey ass nut. Second, when we went to when I first started playing Planescape with my friends in high school on the weekend, the very first portal we ever went through, the portal key was Acorn Captain Gold. So that is actually just a super. That is just like super. It's just a callback to my gosh, how long ago now? Gosh,
Call back to your theft.
25 years old
Homage.
That's cute.
gaming group. So yeah, I wanted to rep Paul Ledesma and David Lishner. One Love. Punk Jr. Are there any podcasts or streaming games you'd like to collaborate with dans le futur?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
All of them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Whatever
Yeah.
you
Oh.
want.
Yeah.
If I got
us
time,
up.
I'll do it.
Whatever you want, hook us up with them.
Yep.
Every podcast.
Yeah, every podcast, every city. No, there's, I don't know, one of the more elaborate ones we've done was Waffles Inc. I think when we can do something that's elaborate and not a one-off, that's more interesting.
I agree.
Just because we can actually take a lot of time and try to do it in a way that has lasting ramifications. I mean, I still, when I saw the intro for the West game, where it says Strix Bee Stinger, it was like, holy shit.
I know. It's like it really happened for real.
Yeah, but it's a real, like that's a really
affecting.
important part of that character.
Yeah, yeah.
But for her to have a family and be able to scoot away from this, it's just so, I don't know. That was really meaningful to me. And that was basically how the game ended.
Yeah.
The whole game, in some ways, it had a lot of other aspects, and like everything else that Chris and I do when we come together, it's some kind of a romance thing for some reason.
Yeah.
But by the time you got to the end, it really was about this choice of choosing a family, which I thought was really, really cool. I have a couple ideas for games and situations that are designed specifically to create multi-stream universes. Specifically around like a D-sports type concept. 2019 is long. Maybe there's an opportunity to do it next year. But I would like to do something custom with groups, if at all possible. Like catch as catch can, individual stuff is fine, but I would like to lay down some law if we could.
That'd be kind of awesome.
BG 392. Any advice to someone looking to play your classes for the first time? Oh, yeah, you know a lot now.
Yes, I would say, yes. What I do for the show is funny when I play wild shapes like Sweet Wheezy and the Hawk, which have like 1 HP. But there are wild shapes you can use like dinosaurs, and they have much better stats.
And hit points.
I just don't like dinosaurs very much, so I don't use them.
Yeah, it's not a good theme.
I just don't think that jives with Walnut very much. But I would say, you can have your utility. You can have your utility wild shapes, and maybe not so many just like cute ones like I picked.
It's gonna be real hard.
The
not
end.
To. It's gonna be real hard not to, though. It's just too fun. Like everyone loves that stuff.
Yeah,
They keep putting in this cruelly sectioned Wheezy.
I know.
You know what I mean?
But that's the difference between a home game and a show.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's a big one.
That's
There
it.
it is.
Tips?
I feel like so much of this game is about role play that I don't think I'm playing a warlock effectively. Like there are guides on what you should take and what you should do.
Efficacy is not the point.
But yeah, for me, I don't really care so much about it. Like we can get there other ways.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that sort of what we do at the table, which is why I think a class choice or a multi-class thing would be mostly just a massive story payload, is I think that this table at least manifests the classes really well. Like you lean way, way into the strangeness of the pact. That's a
Yeah.
weird thing.
Well, like I enjoy that kit so much, and that concept of like they are seekers, they want to learn. That to me is it doesn't make sense. It's like Eldritch Blast and bump it up with your charisma and all that once you can. It's like, but he's not lobbing these things at It's a research.
No, you want to roll dice and you want to deal damage and you want to succeed. But at least at our table, the story is the biggest part.
You're gonna play a paladin. Remember, you have 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2.
Smite all the time.
Yeah.
That's all.
Smite him if you got him.
Yeah.
What about Monk?
Monk
Smunk.
is the same thing, but remember you have 4 attacks, and if you shadow step as your bonus action before you attack, you get advantage. So make sure you do that.
What?
Oh yeah. And
Yeah.
Great Weapon Master is really good for. That's like min-maxing.
Yeah, this is the only monk I've ever played is Way of Shadow, so I can't speak to the other paths.
The other paradigms.
Yeah, the other paradigms that you might explore.
Paradigms. Taurus Beastinger. Were there any behind-the-scenes antics from the Christmas special y'all care to share? The fact of the fucking matter is, it's like, it was literally 2 solid. I don't think there's nothing.
I don't think they edited anything out.
Not really. I
No,
could
and
tell
there-
a couple of places for time.
Right,
But
yeah.
But
it's
there
just
wasn't
all
a.
there.
There was not silence really,
No.
and it was about 2 solid hours.
God, we were all having such a good time.
And it's just completely off the dome, made up craziness.
I gotta go back and listen to it because people keep being like, Walnut made a speech that was really good, and I'm like, I have no memory of that.
Well, yeah, because for us it was all real time,
Oh,
like
yeah.
right around the
Yeah.
table.
Oh,
it's just
Chris and I
improv.
up here, and then 4 chairs on each side.
The speech before
It's like the best.
Cthulhu got married. Yeah,
best
the
Yes,
best man
the best
speech.
man
Yeah.
speech.
Yeah,
It's
that was really
I don't
funny.
have it
it's,
either.
No memory.
it's
Good.
super it's super funny and very walnut. It's just like it's super good.
Well,
I like it a lot.
I'll have to go. But anyway, that was like one of my favorite, if not my favorite sessions.
God.
Well, yeah. You've mentioned that to me a couple times.
Sorry.
No. I'm not mad at all. I think it's really, really cool. But
Step it up.
no.
you know,
When we woke up, like I got up and then I came here and I'd been talking to Alyssa about it before. I'm like, I'm not sure we really need to do this part. Like, we did it like we role played like 6 solid hours yesterday. Let's go. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like a couple extra hours might be nice just to chill out and like hang out with all the players. And then she's like, no, I really think it'll be good. And she was fucking so right.
There's the part of that where, no, spoiler alert, stop listening if you haven't listened to the Christmas episode. Go listen to it. There's 2 of them. But there is a part of the second episode wherein I do that thing that I've done a few times, and I basically set Cthulhu up to do something ridiculous with me, which was, I think, if you want to get married to this house, we can make that happen. But it's the same ridiculousness as a fake murder mystery and pretending that you are my servant and I'm dying on the steps of my own home.
Well, that's fun.
Those things, I've come to think of that as the Rosie Cthulhu relationship.
Axis?
Yeah, like those are my favorite moments when I'm just like, do you wanna? And you're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's not like, I think you have a song for us, haha.
No,
That's
it's not
like,
camping,
you're just informing the scenario.
Yeah, but
let's run with this.
When I say something like, you could marry this house, and you're like, yeah, okay, let's do that. Like that's so it makes me feel so much joy because it's stupid.
He just goes. He just goes right along with it.
Yeah.
He's cosine, right?
It's so good. It was really fun.
Hey, W. Morpheus, question. What other goddesses are still up for grabs to host in the EPA mythology? I mean,
That's a great question.
Yeah, it's a great question. The mythology, we have to go through the rest of the pantheon and sort of see who else they know. Like, we have to create like a Rolodex, I guess, like a divine Rolodex. But, I mean, the truth is that Malith isn't even in the official canon.
No,
You know?
not yet.
Not yet, right? But,
Not yet, Kate.
yeah, D&D 6, 2021, get ready.
Put it on your calendar.
That hinges from that.
When you're out in January
It
2021.
opens up the thing so much.
Oh man.
Oh,
A
yeah.
whole new
It's
system.
so much better now.
Well, no,
Yeah.
that's the main
I don't
thing.
even know how we're playing this.
No,
It's
you open the book and there's a code in the back.
For the
It's a
podcast,
free code.
I am very upset about this.
I'm going to tell you, I hate 5, and 4 was garbage, 3.5 trash. They're all garbage for all the way till 6 is finally, we're going to see that bloom.
Yeah.
That burst.
Fruition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where
This is
you
where
turn
we're
the
going.
corner. Yeah.
This is where we're going.
All of the additions have been great.
No, you're just like, no comment. Because you can't express that either. That's not okay either.
Scary Crazy Butter Knife, you gave us half a story about the Golden Acorn's origin. What's the full scoop? Hopefully that answered the rest of your question in terms of my origin. I also did have an odd experience with an acorn once.
We all did.
I don't like
College was a weird time.
No, I was
actually,
dating.
that's really
I was dating a girl who.
Is
Have
this
I
the
already told you
witch?
this? Yeah,
Yeah.
the acorn.
No,
I don't know about
that
it.
part.
You
We
didn't
know
tell us
about
about
a
the
witch.
acorn.
Yeah.
Dated a
It's
very
probably-
Fairies drink out of the
witch.
cap.
It's probably fine.
Is that it?
Benoit Acorn.
Yeah.
What'd she do?
Fairies drink out of the cap.
What is that? What is
Have I
that?
told you that?
No,
They have a
I
little-
just
make a little
guessed.
bowl.
That's what it is. Yeah. So if you're witchy as hell,
You leave like little milk in your little acorn caps?
yeah,
Oh,
you
I
go
didn't
out and
know
like
that.
set up acorn caps and put a little milk in there.
Okay.
Dirty.
That's
Almond
cute.
milk?
It's filthy.
No, real
Acorn
milk.
Ew.
Acorn milk, you squeeze the
I put
acorn.
my acorn milk into the cap.
You know, they make almond milk and like hazelnut milk. Can you make acorn milk?
Probably.
Hell yeah.
My weekend's sorted out.
Hell yeah. You can milk an
Yeah.
acorn. You go nuts on
milk?
an acorn.
See you there.
Oh my god, that got me.
Here, now,
That's the funniest thing you've ever said.
my weekend sorted out.
Just the way she said it was so good.
Yeah,
It was like
it's
A training
Perverse.
montage.
holy hell.
now Maverick, PA. Don't feel bad, Jerry. Most of my Seattle-born friends have no idea about the East Coast. It baffles me as a transplant. What's going on with the East Coast? All right.
It's
Because
just
you
all
live in
the
a, you
cities
live in
are
a
watered up.
little
Question.
bubble out here where you're disconnected
big
from the rest of
bubble.
the world, and it's just
A
like
big
everything is
spaceship
all
bubble.
self-centered over here. That's what it is.
I'm
We all
sorry.
live
that manifest
inside
destiny.
Jeff Bezos' balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, what's the carriage distance between Neverwinter to Waterdeep, Jerry? And then
Jerry.
Is Waterdeep south of Neverwinter?
and
Jesus.
then there's some weebs
let's
in
see.
here.
Is there? It's just one soap bubble right away for us now. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dweeb, bweem, and bweef.
yeah, for face, middle, and butt.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, I know what's going on here. The carriage distance, it gets long. God damn it. It's super long. That's why I'm glad they've been to both of those places so she can cast the spell I made up.
Yeah, that's on
so I
the
wouldn't have to
books.
do random encounters. That's how lazy I am. Astro Zombie Photography, are there any other campaign settings or game systems you'd like to play together? What a great idea.
Yeah.
Yahtzee?
All of the.
See if we get Yahtzee. Sorry.
I play some Yahtzee.
Okay.
Okay, what do you think about Yahtzee?
Okay, where's the Yahtzee?
Oh my God, Jerry.
Since when?
End the stream.
Real answer. Sorry.
Oh my God. I have been playing different D&D settings just for fun. At
for sure.
work and exploring new stuff and
Or
pretty
maybe
much
old
everything.
stuff.
I have played a little bit of Eberron, which we just did.
kinda cool, right?
The Wayfinder's Guide to Eberron we just
Yeah.
put out, and it is so like the different races and classes. Are,
The
races
Eberron
especially
races are
good.
nuts.
So nuts.
They're
I
so
wanna
nuts.
Play,
Keith Baker.
Warforged. I know. He's a good guy.
For sure. That's cool. And then also you have Ravnica, which has a ton of cool
yeah.
shit.
I
Yeah.
wish y'all were in Ravnica.
Ravnica is awesome. Ravnica is truly awesome. I think that there were some folks when they found out that y'all were going to Ravnica, they're like, don't put your Magic the Gathering in my D&D, but it's
dope.
really a cool setting. It's so much
dope.
fun. And I'm not a Magic player at all, but I really do like the Ravnica stuff.
It's a good setting. Let's see. In terms of campaign settings, I'd be surprised if we didn't get into some Spelljammer /
Spelljammer Slash. Is that like two ships?
No, but it's like
But it's
no,
real slow.
it's so slow. It takes a week.
It's the only way I can finish.
For the podcast, I'm making two things.
making
No,
Six
it's
hands.
no. It's like ant
slips.
horns. Like you have to be patient.
Still
They're
going.
docking.
Yeah.
That's the technical
Throw
term.
that boat in there.
God. Alyssa laughed at that.
Got her.
She's Googled it.
Now,
Child.
here's what's up. Or some Planescape. But there's a lot of Planescape weirdness in the game already, just the
Yeah.
normal way I run it.
So, okay, Sigil, the city,
I know.
is pronounced
Sigil.
Sigley.
Sigil.
Celerice.
No,
Sicily.
conciliari.
we're split half 50-50
It's
in the
sigil.
WotC office.
It's sigil.
Sigil.
Some of my pet
Sigil.
theory is that somebody said it wrong, and it just got swept up.
canonized?
Yeah, as like, well, that's what we say when we're from there, or whatever it is. right?
Seagull.
But it's sigil.
Jonathan Livingston, Sigil.
I'm more comfortable with Seagull.
No,
Sigil it is.
Steven Sigil. Now,
Steven Seagull.
Steven Sigil. No,
Steven Seagull has to be an NPC
Here.
in season 3.
so it's like this.
Seagull.
I can hook this up. Yeah, sorry, I got fucking
Worldwide
taken
Wrestling.
away.
That's what I want to play.
Yes.
Okay.
Worldwide Wrestling,
Yep.
C Team,
Yep.
Worldwide Wrestling 2019.
Wrestling Concept, 2019. Be there.
What about
Here, hold on. Taurus Beestinger is saying,
What about-
Jerry, did you realize Waterdeep was south of Red Larch? You
Yeah,
know what?
we get it.
I don't.
We already did the joke.
I don't need your.
I was just gonna say, what about portrayal of House on Haunted Hill Legacy, but it's all of our
Yes.
characters
Yes.
and they're stuck in a haunted house.
Yes.
Well, no, they're
yes,
stuck in the
yes,
Drowning
yes,
Courtier.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Right, every time they make it.
left the test
We
market.
never left the test market.
Yeah, we should write. Honestly, we could write a few. The format is not complex.
Sure.
We should write a few scenarios that you can use.
Doing Elseworlds.
Yeah.
Or what if we play Beyblades?
Yeah, what
That's
if we
awesome.
Beyblade? Dude, it's time to duel.
Yeah. Now, Gathered Throng, thank you so much for coming.
Is it already done?
It's 5:30. Thank you so much.
Thank
Let's
God.
keep going.
Thank you so much. Season 3 launches at South.
Back South, January 18th.
PAX South,
19th,
January
20th.
18th,
20th, yes.
2019. And the stream begins a week and a half after that. So that'll be the end of our of the dark time, the dark period.
It's 5 more weeks.
Of winter.
Yeah, exactly. And don't forget, 2021, D&D 6.
Write it down.
Stop it.
Write it
God.
down. Oh, man.
January 1.
That's a
Kill
joke,
you
y'all.
and eat you.
I've seen
So
it.
we're going to
and
have a
all
lot
of
of
you.
stuff to reveal in 2020 at PAX.
I have a lot to reveal in 2018. I blew it.
Okay, here's
Is
what it is.
2018 south of 2019?
Anyway, it's been our great pleasure to host you. Thanks for rolling through. Thanks to Alyssa Grant, the Shadow Chancellor. Thanks to Josh, back on the decks. We will see you next time.